Okay, so let's go over the top 10
Okay.
from
Okay.
last week, which was the first weekend in March, March 6th. No,
Okay.
it was second weekend in March, the Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's very sad when your top 10 movies, there's only one of them in double digits. Yeah. That's how much this is affecting this virus is
Oh
affecting the box office.
no.
Yes. So let me just start off by saying we all three movies that we had predicted last week that came out, The Hunt, Bloodshot, and I Still Believe, all were under.
I heard
So
Bloodshot was trash, by the way.
so they were all under.
Yeah.
And you and I had predicted The Hunt to be over because it
Hmm.
had been predicted 8 million. And The Hunt came in at number 5 and only did like 5.3 million.
Oh no.
Yeah, Bloodshot, which was predicted at 10, came in at number 3 with 9.3 million.
Oh wow.
So
I thought
you
it'd
had
be a lot worse than that.
you had predicted under on Bloodshot, which you were right, barely, because it was predicted at 10 and you got 9.3.
Okay.
And then I Still Believe was predicted at 15. I had predicted under. I got that right because it only did 9.5.
Okay. Did I say over on that one?
You did, so we
Ugh.
tied.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right.
So we tied, which is fine because I still haven't done my homework from
Yeah,
last
I
week
know.
or
I watched. I
anything.
watched my homework assignment with my
I know.
notes and everything, and
I'm sorry. I'll
waiting
get
on
to
you.
it. I promise. But yeah, so Onward came in at number 1 again, and surprisingly, it's not surprisingly, I guess it's the only movie to come in at double digits at 10.5. Um, and then I Still Believe, Bloodshot, The Invisible Man, and then The Hunt rounding out the top 10. Um, but what's so sad is like when you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies in the top 10 that are at 1 million and 2 million.
Oh, that's such a bad box office.
I
Oh.
know. And like Bad Boys for Life is still doing well in the
Well,
top 10 at
no,
1.1
I
million.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say doing well. It's just it
Well, no,
has no competition,
it
so that's
has
why
no
it's still in the top
competition.
10.
And we still don't have any competition coming out this coming week because
No.
everybody has been postponing their movies. Mulan has been postponed, New Mutants have been postponed,
Hmm.
Fast and Furious 9 has been postponed,
Till
and we're
next
seeing
year.
I know. I was
They,
like, why would you postpone a whole
you hear
year?
what they're gonna do
Like the
with
movies
Fast
that
and
we
Furious
wanted.
10? They were like, we might make it into 2 movies. I was like, yeah, you will, you fucking money grabbing Fast and Furious POS movies.
Yeah, yeah. So this coming week we were supposed to have there was something that was supposed to come out this week and I forgot. Mulan was supposed to come out next week, but it's
Okay.
been postponed. I think New Mutants was supposed to come out this week. I don't remember, but everything's been postponed because the only movies that we have coming out this week are movies that I've never heard of,
Oh,
that are really small, like indie movies. Like
I
there's
I,
nothing coming out this
I
weekend.
offer that we do not take betting on
No,
these upcoming weeks then
no,
while
no.
it's
There,
dead in the market, because think of how rich the market is going to be later on with everything hitting
yeah,
at the same time. It's not just a normal summer blockbuster movie,
no,
weeks. It's going to be summer and spring mixed together, so it's going to be
yeah.
fucking hitting hard. So I look forward to our competitions then.
Yeah, like honestly, there's if I'm looking at the upcoming weeks, there's not a big movie, like a big mainstream movie coming
Black
out
Widow.
until Black Widow, which has not been postponed yet.
Yet.
We'll see if it does get postponed. We talked about that last week about if it doesn't, will this be over by then? I will say we are not one of those that go out and like stock up. Like apparently everybody's running out of toilet paper at stores. I don't understand why everybody needs to stock up on toilet paper. But one person freaks out and then multiple people freak out
Yep.
and then all the supplies are gone. Well, we go like every few months to Sam's to just normal stock up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because we had stocked up when we had Sabrina, but we're pretty much stocked up on everything. But
Yeah.
we're like, let's go to Sam's. We have a couple things that we wanted to get. It was insane. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was so they were out of there was no chicken in the entire store. The entire chicken like section at Sam's
Okay.
was gone. All
Okay.
the ground beef was gone. Everybody's freaking out. Everybody's staying at home, which is why the box office there's nobody going to the movies.
Let, let,
Because everybody is terrified.
let me be clear about these people that are stocking up on toilet paper. Just
Oh my
my
god.
side of things. This group of people that is stocking up on toilet paper. Number one, toilet paper is one of the few things that the United States doesn't import. We actually create it here. Um, So it's not like we will ever run out because
Right.
even if trade embargoes or we're not bringing anything in. Number two, 40% of people believe the coronavirus can be gotten from the beer Corona, which means
No.
my German comes out and says, these people overreacting and buying all the toilet paper and not food and actual supplies that could matter for a time frame. And 40% of people believe that Corona beer is partial to the coronavirus. My
No.
German comes out and says, I kind of wish 40% of the population would cease to exist.
No, I kind of agree there. I saw a warning that says, please do not consume bleach to get rid of
Oh, yeah, that's true.
the virus. And I'm like, who would do that? Stupid people.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead and
we need to
consume
get.
that. We don't need you.
We need to the labels that prevent people from killing themselves on doing stupid things need to be removed because if you are dumb
kind of
enough to do
agree.
that we.
And
I
I'm
believe
usually the nice one. I'm the nice one, but I
we as a
completely
society have been catering to the fucking retarded way too long, and we need to let people die.
and the baby boomer removal of Corona.
Boomer remover. So
Boomer remover.
yeah, I'm not a fan. I know this is box office reviews in the week. There's not much to talk about.
But-
Just like all the sports people are like, what the fuck do we
Oh
talk
my
about?
God.
So
I'm so excited there's no March Madness. I'm like, yes! I'm done with all basketball. Thank God.
So I honestly I think it's gonna get a little bit worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
I do think it's going to hit a little bit harder, especially with how contagious it is. And honestly, I was downtown. I went to Rodizio Steakhouse yesterday.
Yeah.
And everybody who should have came to Nashville for the SEC, they were like, it's canceled for the SEC tournament. Everybody still showed up. There's still people walking in UK, so everybody's still traveling and stuff like that, which isn't preventing anything.
We went out for dinner last night, and because Russell's sister was in town, so we're like, oh, let's have a date night. So we went out, and like it seemed normal busyness on a Saturday night. Like it didn't seem like too crazy. I will say, like all schools are shut down for the next 2 weeks. A lot of people are working from home.
Shout out to T-Mobile taking care of their customers there and their representatives and such. I had a partially collapsed lung a couple months back, and they said I'm high risk, and they sent me home 2 weeks paid. They also said for people that have kids, 5 days paid, so you can work out your actual daycares and getting it arranged with family correctly. So a lot of I've been hearing. Usually, you hear "fuck the companies." They don't only care about themselves. Which honestly, if you didn't care about yourself as a company, you wouldn't be a company in the first place. But I'm not hearing the horror stories about them. I'm hearing that they are trying to take care of their shit, and it's amazing how all these companies say you can't work from home, and then all of a sudden they're instantly letting people work from home.
We were literally just talking about how it's going to change the scope of the work industry if people realize that all these people can work from home. Maybe we don't need this giant facility. We can actually go down to a smaller facility, save money because we're not buying all of these things to support a facility. And it's like, yes, most of these jobs can be done from home. Like Russell's job can be done from home.
Do you know how beautiful it is with Nashville traffic right now? It's like I've time traveled 10 years ago. There's a little bit of traffic.
More than that.
No,
there's more than 10 years.
There's a little bit of traffic, but it's very manageable. It's beautiful. So either A, let's keep it this way, or B, let's let it hit people hard enough that they do not exist anymore and there's no traffic either.
Let's go to the first one.
Have you seen the pictures of people putting fucking Kroger bags over their face? And it's like literally plastic over their head to be able to try to protect themselves. People are fucking dumb. Anyways, this is box office reviews this week.
Yeah. We got a little sidetracked, but at the same time, there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
You can't to have. I mean, I still wanted to talk about it because the fact that when you have a box office, like that's how much this is affecting us here in the States. I mean, our country is not shut down yet, like some countries are, but when you have a box office of 10 movies, your top 10, and only one of them is in double digits.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's,
I don't know if that's ever happened.
And the fact that all of these movies are being postponed. Like, I understand why a lot of, like, the certain types of movies are being postponed because, like, Fast and Furious, most of their money comes from overseas. They're not going to be making any money.
And you think Mulan? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, is going to have a huge impact overseas as well. But there's some movies, I think it's hilarious New Mutants has gotten postponed again. Who the hell is going to go see this movie? It has been postponed like 5 times.
Well,
I looked it up and actually put down on our Twitter account how many times it has been postponed. Let's see, hold on.
with
Let's see
that,
if I can find it.
there's so little going on nowadays with everything kind of slowing down and quieting. You shouldn't have any excuse not to do your fucking homework I've been waiting on you to do.
I'm sorry. I will say New Mutants was originally supposed to come out April 13th, 2018. It got delayed because they didn't want to compete with Deadpool 2. And then it was coming out February 2019, got moved to not compete with Dark Phoenix. And then August 2019, because of the Fox acquisition, got postponed to April 2020. And now it's postponed again because of the virus.
Over 2 years so postponed.
Yes. I don't even know if anybody's actually going to go see this movie by the time it comes out. They haven't even released a new date for it coming out, which Mulan doesn't have a new date either. I guess they're just waiting to see when all of this dies down and then what competition you have. I think delaying it like 3 to 6 months, I feel like we should have this under control in 3 to 6 months. Delaying it a year like Fast and Furious, I feel like there's other issues then. Like if you're delaying a year, maybe they don't want the competition of, like you said, everything's going to come out at once at the box office. But I hope that this is all died down by the time May comes around so that Black Widow has a good box office. But April, it's going to be really sad. We're not going to see anything in the rest of March and pretty much all of April. It's going to be dead at the box office.
I'll give my Hunt review once we do our next stream.
We might not even have a box office review video for the next couple of weeks because there's not going to be much to talk about, to be honest. We'll see. I'll check the numbers. We'll see what happens and everything. But if it's not worth having a conversation about, then it's going to be the same thing. Oh, Corona is stopping the box office.
And just for fun, I told you the other day I made notes for the first time ever for the movie that I watched on the Ghostbusters, and you picked a number out of, I think I have about 40 notes, and you picked a number, and the one number that you picked was Ghostbusters theme song sung by Panic at the Disco. Ouch. Do you want to pick another number just to kind of
Sure, to tide you over because you're like, I watched this movie. So
yeah, I know.
All right, let's go with 25. Sorry, I made you.
Third laugh, eye contact. That was the note. It was my third laugh of the movie, and it's almost over.
Oh.
Yeah. I actually laughed a few times. See, there's going to be positive in this. I'm not going to talk shit about it the entire time, but it says third laugh, eye contact.
All right. Well, I promise I will get my homework done. I have to find the video somewhere, the movie somewhere, and then hopefully by Thursday we can do our review of our homework review. So.
Sounds good to me. All right, just keep me posted on it.
I will. Well, that's sad for the box office. Like I said, I'd be curious to know if people are going to the movie theaters. Like, if you were to go out, what would you see? Because honestly, at this point, nobody's going to the movies.
I hate people, and I'm going to the movies. You know why? Because less people are going to be there.
That's true. But like all the movies that are in theaters right now have been out for a while.
Yeah.
When you have like a lot of these movies that have been out for a while. So if you are going to go to the movies, what are you going to go see? I will say Birds of Prey is no longer in the top 10. It didn't even make $1,000. It didn't even make $1 million this past weekend. Good. It's number 11, which that shows you how much. Like number 11 in its 6th week, it's not even in the top 10 with no competition. Like nobody wants to see that movie, which is really sad. But yeah, if I was going to the movie theater, I would probably want to see The Hunt or The Invisible Man. Oh. Those would be my 2 choices.
Perfect.
And I know you are going to see The Hunt.
Mm-hmm.